Hey, JK here. I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to forgive me for being late this week. I couldn't quite find the face paint. Face paint? Why would I need to wear face paint? Well, I must be a clown because I lost to a bunch of clowns this week in fantasy. In several leagues, I just absolutely crapped the bed. Made bad decisions or I had the absolute worst Sunday ever. Go figure. Also, try to get cute in a few leagues and make sure I wasn't starting the cold guy and make sure I started the guy that was doing well or had the better matchup. Yeah, don't do that. Start your freaking studs, okay? Anyway, let's go ahead and start with some positives. We're going to start with the Fantrax League, the Funky Junky Joker Monkeys. This week I went to 6-0 with a big win, 533 to 438. My top scorer, Mr. Freddie Peralta with 47. Then I had two guys, Brian Wu and Nate Lowe. Of all people, Nate Lowe. Both got me 30 points. I had 9 guys get me at least 20 points. That's phenomenal. On the other side of the fence, I had very cold weeks from Mr. Sal Frelick, who I believe he got hurt later in the week. Nolan Arenado, come on, dog. I need you to do well. And then Nolan Shanuel. I had such high hopes coming into the season for you, and man, you just not quite doing it for me. I also had a pretty subpar start by Jose Quintana. He only got me 11 points, so could be worse. FYI, I'm doing this video on Tuesday, and it's already not looking great because Jake Irvin crapped the bed, so that's not good. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the ads. I was able to add Nick Castellanos from waivers. That's right, someone let Big Dog go, so I picked him up. Mr. Early's Logan Evans, pretty good MLB debut, but 3 to 5 walks is not going to do it for me. And also Isaiah Kiner Falafel off the team, but you also went on the IL, so that's pretty unfortunate for anyone who did keep you. 6-0, we're doing well, but I do not want to get complacent. I want to keep looking at the waiver wire. I want to keep picking up the guys who are going to do well for us, and hopefully this is not a start to a bad week for me with Jake Irvin, even though I think he got like 1 point. Oh, it's not good. But let's go ahead and move to the Peach Creek Purgatory team, where we also went 6-0 with them, having the highest scoring team in the league, at least for this week, 1,025 to 892. Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you, Peach Creek? The leading scorer was Mr. Riley Green, who made history, hitting 2 home runs in the 9th inning this past week, and then was very dormant and did not do anything on Sunday, so that's pretty unfortunate, despite having his team score 13 runs. In any case, our second leading scorer was Mr. Freddie Peralta with 67, followed by Mr. Lars Nootbaar with 52, along with Trey Turner also getting 52, and then Mr. Austin Riley coming in clutch with 51. He started the year off very slow, but has absolutely made up for it. On the other side, Jose Quintana, again, only got me 11 points, followed by Taijuan Walker only getting me 9, and then Phil Maton. Oh, man, dude, you got me -4. Terrible outing, but it's okay, man. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We still won. Plenty of room. Let's go ahead and get to the ads and drops. We added Ryan Helsley. We added Reed Garrett. We dropped Jesus Sanchez, Taijuan Walker, and Jordan Hicks. So I have 2 6-0 teams, Funky Junky Joker Monkeys and Peach Creek Purgatory. Peach Creek Purgatory is going against the only other undefeated team in the league this week. So fingers crossed we do well. We're starting off pretty decent. Happy with that. However, do not want to get complacent. Want to continue to scour the waiver wire. And again, hopefully make all the right moves and not try to get cute. Speaking of trying to get cute, let's go ahead and move to the Cheese Weasels, where I took a dramatic fall from grace this week, down to 8th place with 77.5 points. And a lot of this was due to my pitching. Lots of guys just doing very poorly, but also a lot of my decision because I missed a home run by Shea Langoliers because for some odd reason I was starting Augustine, however you say his name. And yeah, I thought that was a good idea. Obviously, it was not. And then also missed a homer by Mr. Brenton Doyle, who, when I start him, he doesn't do anything. When I don't start him, he wants to have the home runs and stolen bases and stuff like that. So it is what it is. The guys did well for me include Trey Turner, who got me 11 hits. And that's it. He only got me 11 hits. I don't think he contributed to anything else, but Spencer Torkelson had 2 home runs and 4 walks for me, so that's pretty good. Bryce Miller had a pretty good week this week, getting me 1 win and 6 strikeouts. And then Bartholomew Finnegan, Jose Alvarado, and Emilio Pagan each got me at least 1 save. I believe Mr. Finnegan got me 2 or 3, so that was pretty good. On the other side, I know we talked about Mr. Finnegan, but you blew a save and got me a loss, man. What are you doing? Hunter Gaddis also had a blown save, while Luke Jackson and Jose Alvarado got us a loss, and then Aroldis Chapman didn't even pitch. He has to include Mr. Lars Newbart, Reed Garrett, Mr. Emilio Pagan, and then Agustin Ramirez. And then the drops did include Agustin Ramirez. And then when I dropped him, he hit a home run later that night, a 3-run home run. So yeah, that sounds about like my luck. We also dropped Luis Castillo and Luke Jackson. So at this point in time, we're definitely not where we want to be, but we have to stick to the plan. It's a long season. We're not where we want to be, but it's not where we start. It's where we finish. Again, with a lot of baseball left, we have to stick to the plan of getting holds, getting saves, having a respectable ERA, respectable whip, and not trying to blow too many saves and pick up too many stinking losses. Let's go ahead and move to the Kent Murphy Dingers, where this week was the most infuriating loss other than when I lost by half a game to get to the playoffs a few years ago, or when I tied with the number 1 seed as the 6th seed and still lost the championship. Those are very close in matching the frustration I had for this last week. But yeah, I lost 3 categories to 5 categories, and literally Monday through Saturday, I was leading. Like going into Sunday morning, I was leading 7-3. I lost by 1 run, I lost by 1 win, and I lost by 1 strikeout. Yeah. And a lot of it was my decision making. Told you before, I tried to get cute, so I missed Mr. Matt Olson's home run. I also tried to get cute, and I was like, man, Lawrence Butler's not doing it for me. I missed a home run and 4 RBIs. I also missed Brenton Doyle's home run. So there we go. That's 3 home runs, at least 6 RBIs. So boom, I would have won at least 2 more stats, or at least tied. And now it's like 4-4. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I also did not start Roki Sasaki because I released him. Surprise, surprise. I also did not start Zach Gallen because why would I start Zach Gallen, who's had terrible luck against lesser teams, up against a pretty phenomenal and stacked Mets team? Yeah. I don't know. So I lost out on a win and the strikeout. So yeah, woulda, shoulda, coulda won, but I didn't. And it's frustrating because when I read the stat lines of some of my guys, like, whoa, man, those are some great weeks. But nope, clown world here. That's exactly what that was, clown world. Riley Green hit 4 home runs, had 8 RBIs, and scored 7 runs himself. Phenomenal. Mr. Wilson Contreras also had 2 home runs, had 8 RBIs, and only scored 4 runs himself, which is still good. Jose Altuve and Zach Neto both had at least 1 home run and 3 RBIs for me. Zach Neto also added 2 stolen bases, pretty happy with that. And then at least 1 win and 6 strikeouts from the following guys: Mr. Christopher Sanchez, Brian Wu, Nick Pivetta, Carlos Rodon, and Hunter Brown. Woo! And then, of course, I lost saves. Now we have to talk about the guys who did not do anything for me, at least when I started them. Of course, when I sat them, they did well for me. Christian Yelich, Connor Norby, Brenton Doyle, and who could forget Lawrence Butler. As this week did include a pair of Reds and Nick Martinez trying to get some strikeouts for me on the last day of the week and a win, but of course Mr. Graham Ashcraft gave up 3 earned runs and they ended up losing, but whatever. And then also Mr. Noelvi Marte, who when I started him went like 0 for 8. Yep, started for the double, and yeah, doubleheader got me nothing. So thanks, dude. That's so freaking awesome. We also picked up Jordan Lawler because he is putting up nasty, ridiculous, silly numbers in the minor leagues. And I already have 2 really good shortstops, so what the heck? Why not? Let's pick up another one, right? The drops did include, like I said before, Roki Sasaki. His whip was just killing me. Not getting a ton of strikeouts, but of course, he picked up a win this week. And I think 4 or 5 strikeouts. So again, both of them would have allowed me to win. Those dropped Jose Quintana, Noelvi Marte, and Nick Kurtz. So at this point in time, we are 3-1-1. I'm happy, but I'm not happy. I'm happy because we've pretty much got like halfway, if not more, to the total number of wins we had all last season. But I'm not happy because this week I should not have lost. And yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda, should have done better. I would have done better if I'd have known, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, definitely should have won this week. Yeah, very frustrating. But it's all good because now we get to talk about 2 more leagues where I completely fumbled the bag. And why not? Let's start with the South Harmon Institute of Technology. Funny enough, this week I was in first in this league and I literally crapped the bed and then rolled in it and then decided to go back to sleep in it. Like that's how bad I did this week. I'm so upset. So yeah, I went from 1st to 6th this week because I lost 3 categories to 12 categories, 2 categories. And the guy I lost to, he was like 10th out of 12. Like, I really did just absolutely just... Freddie Freeman had 18 total bases, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and 5 walks, where Mr. Kyle Stowers had 10 total bases, 2 home runs, and 6 RBIs. Mr. Francisco Lindor had 10 total bases, 1 home run, 5 RBIs, 3 walks, and a stolen base just for the cherry on top. Now getting to the pitchers who do well for us, only 2 guys did not give up earned runs, and that did include Mr. Cade Smith, who absolutely imploded tonight on Tuesday when I'm filming this, because he gave up 4 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning and absolutely killed my ERA and whip, so thank you, sir. And then Brian Abreu. So thanks, guys, for last week's work. Anyway, the guys who did not do work for me this week did include Mr. Taylor Ward, because you're still ice cold. You have like 1 hit in your last, I don't know, like 30 at bats. Like, dude, oh my gosh. Like, I love you, Taylor Ward, but you need to do more. Oh my gosh, you need to do more. The guys who had a down week included Mr. JJ Bleday, Eugenio Suarez, and Matt Olson. Then we had Mr. Luke Jackson having a 108 ERA. Like, Zoink, Scoop, what is going on? And then Mr. Chris Martin, of course, he had multiple losses this past week because ghost runners. Fudge, I hate ghost runners. Shelby Miller, someone we picked up, had a blown save for us, so that was cool. That is also what gave us one of the losses. We should have had one more win. And finally, Jake Flaherty had 2 losses for me this week, man. That's not good, dude. Yeah, this week did include Mr. Ben Kasparius, Andy Pages, Spencer Steer, strictly because it was a doubleheader. Kyle Stowers, pretty happy about that. Ty France. And one of my favorite catchers, Yanyer Diaz. I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to find some life. I think he's actually going to do a pretty good job the rest of this year. Now, I don't know if he's going to hit the production he had last year, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. There's still a lot of baseball left. Unfortunately, in order to get Mr. Yanyer Diaz, I had to release, or chose to release, didn't have to, chose to release Mr. Dylan Dingler. Now, I was the one in the stands for the Mud Hens yelling, "Dinger for Dingler, Dinger for Dingler." When I saw him play, I was so excited, man. I love the name. I was like, I don't care if they're beating the hometown team. I don't care, you know, who's winning, who's losing. I just like this guy's name, and I want to see this guy do some work. Well, he was doing work for me, and then I released him like a ding-dong. I'm like a dingler. We then released Mr. Jake Mangum, and Spencer Steer, and Luke Jackson, and Andy Pages, and Ty France. So that is where we stand right now, totaling a record up of 47, 38, and 23. Again, we went from 1st to 6th. Oh, God. Still lots of time left, so I'm excited, but, I was going against a bad team. So I cannot afford more games like this. I have to do better. God, bless America, I got to do better. Now we're going to move to the last team, the Russell My Jim Jams team, where this week, again, I was leading, and Sunday just is the death of me. The loss this week was 5 categories to 9 categories to 2 categories. Again, Monday through Saturday. Saturday morning, I was leading, and then my guys just forgot how to play. Just absolutely crapped the bed. I'm disgusted. I'm so disgusted with myself because I had a chance to move up to 6th spot because this guy was only 3 games ahead of me. So I'm thinking, absolutely, let's get this. Let's move up with all these other clowns in this league because they're like, oh, yeah, conspiracy. Yeah, I'm not going to, pay $25 for this. Now my good guys. This happens all. Yeah, all that crap. I had absolutely every chance to fight back in it and really make him kiss my grits. But nope, sure didn't. The guys who did do well for me was CJ Abrams. He had 4 extra base hits and a stolen base. Very glad he's been back because he's been doing great for me. We also had 3 extra base hits from Mr. Gavin Lux and 2 home runs each from my boys Wilson Contreras and Logan O'Hoppe, my boys. And Mr. George Springer had 7 walks for us, so that was pretty good. As far as the guys who were cold for us or didn't help us, that was pretty much everyone. Everyone else on the team. Yeah, there we go. Now let's go and get to the adds and drops, right? Yeah, because everyone else did so piss poor for us. We had Lance McCullers, who was only able to go 3 2/3 of innings, a really bad White Sox team. So good job, dude. You were facing no limitations and still couldn't get through 4 innings. What a freaking disappointment. Also, Jose Quintana got absolutely obliterated, but we kind of figured that. Eric Wagaman. Why? I don't know. Just because I needed something else at third base. Mr. Kyle Leahy was another ad for me, and I think he ended up blowing a save for me, so awesome. The only good part of this week was Mr. Hunter Goodman. He has been on a tear for us. He's doing very well. Excited about getting him on the team. The drops include Gavin Lux, Eric Wagaman, Kyle Leahy, Logan Shawnuel, and Eric Miller. That leaves us with a 32, 46, and 18 record. That's definitely not sexy. It's not where we want to be, but still a lot of baseball left. Let's just keep having our fingers crossed. Maybe dumb luck will find us and we'll fight back in it. You know, let's talk about the guys you probably should add as if he's even available in any league. Kyle Stowers. This man was brought over in the Kyle Norby trade between the Orioles and the Marlins. Let's be real. As much as I love Kyle Norby, went to the same college as me, or I went to the same college as him. No, I'm older, so he went to the same college as me. Kyle Stowers is definitely the main guy in that trade. Now, I'm sure Connor Norby's going to do well. He's going to eventually get on the roll with his home runs. Let's hope it's sooner than later because I'm dropping him from multiple of my teams. But Kyle Stowers definitely been the guy so far. Shift to the bullpen. Looking at the Braves, we're going to be looking at Dylan Lee. Raisel Iglesias is a 5+ ERA, not sexy. Looking like he's a bit lost out there. So if there's going to be someone emerging, it's going to be Mr. Dylan Lee, who's going to be the closer for them. Not yet, but he could be someone for you to look at if you are in a holds or saves league. We need to get the Braves turned around because I have too many Braves on my teams that they're blind down and dying and not doing well for me. That's not good. Now we're going to shift to another pitcher. I don't think that this guy is on many people's radars. At least he wasn't necessarily on mine because he had a great season like 2 or 3 seasons ago. Then he was moved to the bullpen, shifted up and down from the majors and minors, and just threw them all off. Matt Liberatore for the Cardinals. Tonight, I believe it's tonight, he's pitching against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Any pitcher going against the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Pittsburgh Pirates have one of the lowest OPS in the league, so make sure you're streaming against them. But Liberatore has like a sub-3 ERA with like a very low whip. I think it's like 1.0 something, maybe 1.1 or something like that. But that's a sneaky pick for any guys maybe needing a streamer, especially tonight. Obviously, it won't work tonight because he's pitching tonight and this is going to come out later in the night. But in any case, those are 3. It's going to be a short week this week. Hopefully, they'll be able to help you because I've picked up at least 1 or 2 of these guys. Excited about what they're going to do for me and hoping that I don't get into clown world anymore. If I lose this bad again, I might come in full clown attire. In any case, as always, this is JK. I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me.